Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So you might remember a couple months ago we had some windstorms and snow come and just completely wipe out our Harbor Freight tents. And shortly after that we had Vevor reach out and they offered to send a brand new tent that we can test and review. And today we're finally getting around to setting that up. So we're gonna start by moving some of this stuff out of the way, and then we're gonna set up the tent. So let's go ahead and check out what we have going on over here. All right, so you can see this thing just got completely taken out. You know, it's sitting in the sun, so this is all just really brittle now. So most of the stuff we have in here, it's fine if it's in the rain, but we just kind of had it in there so it wasn't an eyesore, but now it's just kind of become a bigger one. We have this tank sprayer that we'll get to use eventually for our tractor. We have a bunch of windows. The four right there in the strap are the original windows that came with our Home Depot shed, and right after they got it, they upgraded it with these white windows. We have all those windows that we can reuse for some future projects. We actually already reused one for our tool shed over there, so that was nice. We also have some spare parts for our tractor that we're going to use to restore it eventually. Some old tires with the rims. And then the biggest thing we have in here is our Ferguson TO20 tractor. This was the first tractor I ever drove, and we stopped driving it when the PTO shaft got twisted, and also we have the Kubota now, so we're not using this as much anymore, but we do want to restore this eventually once we have a shop set up, because we love this tractor. So we're going to go ahead and start moving all this stuff out, and hopefully we'll have a clear area here by the end of it. All right, so we just about got it cleared out now, just a couple more little things, but we're gonna try to start this tractor real quick. I'm gonna have to bump start it. So I'm towing Dad, and we're gonna get to a place where we have a hill where it can roll on its own, and we'll see if it can start. Just put in a little bit of air in the tire, but we checked the gas and it seems pretty good, so we're just gonna try it. Do I need to unhook it? Take it out of gear.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it forward. This is the easiest way to start it.
All right, so we got the old Harbor Freight tent taken down. We gave it a nice mow, and so now it's looking a lot better now that the torn tent is down. And we're actually gonna pick a new spot to put our Vevor tent because we wanna use this whole area right here for some more wood piles. And eventually this is gonna evolve. We'll have the solar kiln over here, and of course our shed over the sawmill. So this spot right here kind of makes the most sense for staging lumber that's coming off the mill and having some wood piles that are ready to go in the kiln. So we're gonna pick out a new spot to put our Vevor tent. So let's do that and go ahead and start setting it up. All right, so we looked around for a while for a pretty flat spot that would be easy to access. We're kind of thinking right here might be a good spot for it. So we're gonna just go ahead and move those cherry logs because they've been sitting there for a while. And of course, we're gonna take that tent down too, but the stuff in there right now needs to stay dry. So we're gonna attempt to pull these away, and then we'll have a pretty clear, flat spot. All right, so we've been talking about electrical a lot here recently, and today we had the inspector come out and we passed and got the service release. So now they're gonna be able to come in and bring the wire, and we'll be able to put the meter in, get all hooked up. So we are so close with electrical. They're gonna be coming out and doing that pretty soon. But right after that, I was kind of walking around and I found something that I'm just extremely excited about. So let's go check it out. The one I saw is down there, but I might as well look around along here. I just never find it again. Oh, there it is. All right, here it is. Do you see it? Come in close. Some people are gonna be like, I have no idea what that is, but there's gotta be some people freaking out for us right now. This is a morel mushroom, and these are kind of like finding gold in the mushroom world. Like these are the ones that everyone's trying to look for. They're hard to find, and this is my first time ever finding one, so it's a pretty cool feeling. Oh yeah, and also a shout out to Jesse from Feral Foraging, because I watched his video right before I started looking today, and I found this. So we're gonna try to get Jesse to come out here eventually and try to help us find some cool stuff on our land. Dad's gotta find his first morel too. Doesn't that just make you want to drop everything and look for mushrooms all day? Dad, what you got over there?
Yeah, morel.
Found another one.
Yeah. Cinnamon right here.
Oh, and there's another one. We found one spot that just has a bunch of little ones. There's one. Here's another. Let's see. There's a tiny one. And they are everywhere. Dad found some. We're eating good today. Watch your step now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this one.
Man, we could just do a whole episode on hunting mushrooms. Oh my gosh. This could be the thumbnail. Biggest morel haul. We never really looked that much over here.
Never really came over here.
I mean, we did one time, but it might have been the wrong time of the year or something. Look at that. Oh,
Get it?
I got it. Another one. Oh, these are crazy. There are so many.
Turn around.
That is insane. Look at all those. All right, so we got both the logs moved. Luckily, we had enough hydraulic fluid to get it done. So now we just kind of have to clean up this area a little bit, and we'll be ready to start setting up the tent. So let's continue on. All right, so Dad used the tractor to cut in a little bit, get us closer to that tree line over there. We put on a light coating of some Crusher Run. That should all pack down pretty well. We are gonna try to fix the grade just a little bit, but it's not gonna be perfect. It's sloping a good bit. We're not really too worried about that. We're gonna work this in a little bit and we'll be ready to set up our tent. All right, so apparently there's a 12 by 20 tent in this box. I don't know if I believe it, but that's the same size as our additions that we built. Fresh Vevor.
One end. Maybe, I don't know if it came to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Let me get in the box. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
So we got everything pretty much pulled out. We couldn't find instructions anywhere in the box, so I'm not sure if they were supposed to be in there, but we found them online, so we'll be ready to go. Only a few different kinds of pieces. Got 2A, 2, 3, 3A, 4, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty simple to go together. Over here you can see these were some poles that were used on the Harbor Freight version of this tent that we have, and they're a lot thinner than these ones, and also these didn't have any way to hold them together. These have these little push-in pins, so that's definitely going to help. We ended up having to drill screws in our other tent to hold these pieces together, and that kind of helped it last a little longer, so hopefully this one will be a lot stronger. And you can see on this other tent, because we screwed it together, instead of the poles coming apart, they actually bent, so the whole tent is actually kind of warped now. On the other one, the poles came apart and then stuff just started ripping and it just all fell apart, so. All right, we're gonna do a little time lapse, start installing it. All right, so we just finished the top half. It's only been about 15 minutes, so it's going really easy. There's only two kinds of this corner piece, so everything's the same. Also, these poles are all identical. It was just 2 and 2A put together. So everything's been the same so far. And also, since everything clicks together with that little button, it's made it super easy. On the Harbor Freight one, when we were installing that, it was kind of falling apart as we were putting it up, so it's nice having that. Here's some of the other stuff that came in the box. Some bungee straps, just a couple bolts. Yeah, so we're about to gonna do some braces on the top. Our other tent did not have these cross braces, so that should probably help. Just held on with this bolt and the wing nut. We found that if you put it about 12.5 inches from here to here between the gap, that's about level for the cross brace, so. All right, so we just finished up installing this and I think it looks great. I love the color. It's also a lot bigger than our other one, so we like that. But I don't know if it caught it in the time lapse. We did lose it one time. It's really windy today and we had just put the top on and it just flipped over. Luckily, it doesn't look like anything got damaged. We are a little bit nervous about leaving it set up overnight. We don't really know how well the bungee straps that hold it together are gonna work out. On the Harbor Freight tent, it has ratchet straps that ratchet it down to the ground. And you know, we've never had this kind of tent before, so we just don't know. So just out of an abundance of caution, we ratchet strapped it to our tractor for the night. And we're thinking about coming up with some other way to secure it to the ground, like milling some beams that we can secure the legs to, just to kind of help with that. But I want to give a big thank you to Vevor for sending this to us. We'll put a product link in the description for this. and Vevor's website. They also gave me a discount code, so I'll put that in the description too. But I want to give a big thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed, and also thank you to everyone that backs us over on Patreon. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time.